Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope that you guys are all doing very, very well. What a busy but fantastic week I have had. So if you guys have followed me for a long time, you guys will know that on Saturday was our 1 year wedding anniversary, and where has that year gone? It literally feels like yesterday that we got married, and it's just completely flown by, which has just been absolutely insane. So I obviously booked the week off of work. Today is actually Wednesday the 17th of July, and it is my last day off today before I head back to work tomorrow, which I'm kind of gutted about because I've obviously had such a lovely week off. We have done so much over the week that we have been off, and it's just been so nice to just have a little bit of a break, because obviously I know I was off not so long ago with my foot, but because I couldn't really do anything, I wouldn't really say it was a break, because I was more frustrated than anything. But anyway, so yes, we have had a lovely week off. We have done quite a few interesting things since we have been off. So I'm obviously up nice and early today, which I kind of wanted to have a bit of a lie-in today, but it wasn't going to happen because we do actually have a house inspection. Now, most of you guys will know that we do private rent, just for the time being. And we've lived in this house now for 2.5 years, and every 6 months, depending on if you are obviously private renting, certain companies will require you every 6 months to have a house inspection. The house inspections aren't anything to worry about. They are literally just here. They come around every 6 months, and they basically just check that everything is okay with the house, that everything is working as it should be, that there is no issues with the house in general, that the living conditions are at a good standard, so obviously that the house is tidy, it's not like an absolute hole. But yeah, so they just basically check that everything's okay, really. So I spent yesterday cleaning all through the house and sort of making sure everything is in order and getting everything sort of put together, because obviously when you're off for the week, you do sort of let things sort of build up a little bit and the house gets a little cluttered. But yeah, so I spent the day just sorting the garden out as well, because the weather has just been absolutely dreadful. So we literally haven't had any time to actually sort the garden out because the weather has been that bad. It's literally just felt like all it's done is rain, and it's mid-July and I feel like we've hardly had any sun. We had probably a few nice days, but apart from that, we've had the most rubbish weather ever. But apparently it's supposed to be quite nice today, so I can finally get some washing on the line, because there's nothing I hate more than it being June, July time and having to put things in the dryer because the weather is just rubbish. So that's obviously what I've been doing. And then I've just done a little sweep around this morning to just make sure that everything's okay, that everything looks fine. To be fair, I clean in places when I'm cleaning anyway in general that nobody is ever going to look at. But it's just, I know that there's dirt there, so for me, I have to clean it. But yes, so obviously got that going on today. In terms of driving lessons, they're going really well. I need to book in one for this week actually, because obviously didn't have one last week because we actually went and stayed in Chester for a couple of nights for obviously our wedding anniversary. Now we decided to stay a couple of nights before our actual anniversary, typically just because they had the races on, and if you guys have ever tried to book a hotel when the races are on, the prices are absolutely extortionate. So we obviously just wanted to book 2 nights, and we were looking at like nearly £500 for 2 nights. And like usually we get a very good deal on where we stay. So when we stay in Chester, we always stay at the same place. So we always stay at the Mill and Spa Hotel, which is an absolutely fantastic hotel. We absolutely love going there. So we've probably stayed there about 3 times in the space of a year. And we love everything about the hotel. So we always make full use of like the pool. We haven't actually used the spa yet because we're both like the exact same, so we don't feel very comfortable with having like somebody else massaging us. I don't know, but we have said that maybe in the future, like when we do go and stay again, we would like to get one of like the facial treatments that they do because they look insane. But the pool is absolutely incredible, and the hot tub as well. It's so like, you just feel so zen when you're there, and when you use like the swimming pool and the spa, it's incredible. The rooms are just incredible. We've never had an issue with any of the rooms that we've stayed in. We've stayed in business class rooms, we've stayed in just the normal double standard rooms, and we've never had an issue. The only thing I would say is with the standard rooms, you don't always get a bath in with them, so sometimes it is just a shower. But we obviously booked the business class room, and you get a bath in the bathroom, and honestly it's such a nice bath. And we have always stayed canal side, and we just love staying the canal side because it's nice to just, when you're getting up in the morning and just sitting there having a coffee, to just look out the window and just watch people walking past. And obviously you've got the view of the canal, which is just incredible. It's so nice to be able to look at. And we did, when we obviously arrived, we obviously stopped and had some food because we were absolutely starving. So we arrived on the Wednesday, and on the Wednesday there obviously was the England game. So we did a little bit of shopping, and we obviously went into town. So we had a little while before we could check in, so we obviously just put the bags in storage, and we then decided to just go for a little walk around the town. And we always stop off at this bubble tea shop, which I will insert a few photos anyway as I'm talking about these things for you guys, so you guys can see. So we always stop at this bubble tea shop, and it's called Loving Tea, and it is the nicest bubble tea shop I think I've ever been to. So the last time I went, I had a watermelon bubble tea with, I think it was mango like boba balls, and oh my goodness, it was insane. It's just the nicest little like shop that I've ever been into, and the staff are always so friendly, they're so polite, and the bubble tea there is just absolutely phenomenal. Like, you really cannot fault the bubble tea. We then also had a little mooch around in some of the charity shops, because obviously if you guys know us, we do love a charity shop bargain, and we love going into charity shops. So we stopped off in a few charity shops. We didn't get anything. Well, I tell a lie, I did. I brought a absolutely ginormous Simba from The Lion King, and yeah, I paid £5 for him, and he's absolutely humongous. He's the biggest one that I have at the moment. And yes, I did walk around holding him in a carrier bag and acted like a 4-year-old child when I saw him in the shop. So that was great, but he had to come home. I have this rule where if I walk into a shop and I see a Simba, it has to come home with me. And I kid you guys not, I must have a collection of about 40 Simbas upstairs. Now, some of them obviously are special ones. So I've got one that my husband brought me for our first Christmas together. He then has just brought me a Build-A-Bear one for our anniversary, and then he got me one from London as well when he went away for a work trip. So yeah, I have obviously my sentimental ones, and then just ones that I sort of collect from the charity shop, because I'm a massive Lion King fan, if you did not already know. We obviously had the bubble tea. We then just had a look obviously in the charity shops, and we couldn't really see anything that was sort of catching our eye in terms of like clothing or anything like that. And I have this thing now because I am absolutely obsessed with this shop. Like, it's ridiculously insane how much I love this shop. And my husband actually brought me one of their candles for Christmas last year, and the only ever other time that I have brought from this place was my husband brought me something for me, obviously when I graduated. He got me something for Christmas, and then I did treat myself to something for my birthday. And it's just sort of becoming a little thing now. Every time we go to Chester, I have to pop in. So I did actually get a few bits from the White Company, and I just absolutely love the White Company. It is possibly one of the most nicest shops I think I've ever been into. Now, I will admit it can be very, very pricey, but you can always drop on with like gift sets, different bits and bobs like that. And I would say that for the White Company, personally, I would pay that little bit extra because it's good quality stuff, and it feels like such a nice luxury where you don't have to pay thousands and thousands to have a little small nice luxury. And yeah, I just absolutely love the White Company. And one of my favourite things about the White Company is walking in there and like all of the different scents just sort of hitting you at once, and it's just like the most refreshing feeling ever. So I did treat myself to a few little bits from there, which I'm going to show you guys now what I did get from the White Company. Okay, so one of the first things that I actually picked up from the White Company, so I went upstairs into their sort of not homeware, sort of like bedroom, dressing gown, pyjamas, that type of vibe upstairs. So I actually went up there and I spotted these scrunchies, and these are just the nicest, softest feeling scrunchies ever. And they're obviously a pack of 2, so you get like a beige coloured one and then just a white one. Now these were £12 for the 2, but honestly, I just love scrunchies. I love the way that they feel, and I didn't even know that the White Company did hair scrunchies. So best believe that I picked these up the moment that I saw them, and these were definitely coming home with me because they are incredible, and I just love the feel of them. I don't know. Then the next thing that I actually got from the White Company, so this every now and again the White Company in store has like a huge sort of sale. They have like loads of discounts off of things, and they always have like a huge section, so it's very refreshing to see. And it's honestly, the bargains of some of the things that you can get from the White Company when they have a sale on is incredible. So I did actually pick up this oak moss mini home scenting set. So it just comes in a little gift box like this. So in this you get a candle, a home spray, and a mini diffuser. Now this was, I think the RRP of this was £35, and it was reduced down to £21, which for a set like this, these sets are absolutely perfect for if you are looking for a little bit of luxury for somebody for Christmas or a birthday and you don't want to spend like an absolute fortune. These little sets are incredible for that, and excuse me, they are such a lovely, like, nice little staple to have in the home. And I've currently got my obviously I've taken it all out now and I've got it set up, so I've got a little like glass tray. Oh my god, my voice went so weird. So I've got like a little glass tray on my table, which is obviously like the centerpiece of my table. I've got a few flowers on there, and I've also just set up like my White Company things as well. I will insert a photo for you guys so you guys can actually see that little centerpiece that I'm talking about. But honestly, there's such a nice little staple statement to have in the home. And yeah, they're just a nice gift as well, and so affordable. And yeah, absolutely just love the White Company. So that is all I brought from the White Company. So just my hair scrunchies and the little home scenting set. And honestly, this scent of oak moss is up there with one of my top favourite scents. It just smells incredible, and I just love it. I love everything about the White Company, everything. So that's what I got from the White Company. So yeah, as I was saying, we obviously had the England game on as well on the first day that we arrived. So we just grabbed loads of snacks, and we had, you know, we literally both just relaxed and obviously put the game on in the room, and yeah, it was such a lovely evening. And then on the Thursday, we actually had another football like event. So it was the friendly pre-season game between Chester and Stoke City. So we went and watched that, and we had such an amazing time. And we did actually meet two of the players, which was incredible, from Stoke City side. And yeah, it was absolutely brilliant. The game was really good. Everything about the whole evening was brilliant. And in the daytime, we wanted to venture out and just have a look around and just go for a little stroll. So we obviously got up, we had breakfast, and oh my god, the breakfast at the Mill and Spa, oh, it's insane. I'll insert a photo for you guys as well so you guys can see the breakfast. So we eat quite a lot between us, but the breakfasts are just incredible. So yes, we obviously decided that we wanted to go for a little bit of a walk. So we obviously got ready, we had breakfast, we went up, got changed, all that kind of stuff. And then we set off. So we actually walked to like the other side of the town. Well, it was literally like a 5-minute walk from our hotel. And we went to the Queen's Park Bridge, which is such a stunning view. So it obviously overlooks the River Dee, which is very, very nice. We then also saw like the Lady Diana boat. They also had some pedlos, which we really, really, really wanted to go on. But obviously they weren't available at the time that we were there. And we had arrived quite early. Now the first boat viewing, well, I say boat tour, so it's £9 for an adult for a boat tour for half an hour, and the first one was at 11 o'clock. Now we were there for about 9:15, but we did actually get to see them sort of just taking the boats out, just, you know, testing that everything's okay, which was quite interesting to see. So we did get to see that. We then decided to go off track a little bit and go for a little walk, where we came across sort of like a little downbank river type thing, which was very, very nice, very scenic as well. And so we just had a little stroll around, and then we decided to go and get a coffee. So we just went for a Costa coffee. And then what did we do? We then also went and looked in the cathedral. Now with the cathedral, obviously I lived in Chester for just a little bit over a year, and I obviously graduated at the Chester Cathedral. Now you can actually walk around the cathedral for free, but obviously on entry they do ask that if you can spare a little bit of change to make a small donation that goes towards charity, goes towards like any projects that they have at the cathedral. And obviously we donated some when we went in, and there's loads of people that obviously do donate when they go in, but it's optional, so you don't have to donate if you don't want to. So we had a look around the cathedral, and the garden bit outside is just incredible. Like the layout of it, the way that obviously it looks, and they've got like loads of little outdoor light up ornaments scattered around the garden as well, and hid in the trees, which it just looks incredible. And obviously it's always so nice that I think it's always nice to walk around cathedrals and sort of see like the tainted glass, like the coloured glass, and like I love it how they always sort of have like the little pictures in them with a little bit of story detail. So that's always nice to see, and it's a little bit of knowledge as well. And yeah, so we just obviously wandered around there. We did stumble into the gift shop and we did buy, so we got a fridge magnet that just said obviously Chester Cathedral, and then I did buy a little ornament for the Christmas tree, which is obviously it's little angel wings, and yeah, so we couldn't resist getting that for the Christmas tree. So in a total, I think we spent about £5 in the gift shop. They had so many incredible things in there. So once we'd done that, we then obviously decided that we wanted to go back to the hotel and go for a good swim. So we obviously just went for a lovely swim, used the hot tub again, and then we were absolutely shattered. So we decided to have a nap. We had like a power hour nap, which was insane. And then obviously we just attended the football for the evening as well, which was brilliant. And then obviously once we had been the football, obviously we came home. Well, not home, we went back to the hotel, we watched a bit of TV and just sort of chilled out for the evening. So that is sort of what we got up to in Chester. Obviously I will insert quite a few clips in for you guys so you guys can see everything that we got up to, because it did take quite a lot of photos because I wanted to make sort of a video. And I'm absolutely so gutted because I was adamant that I was going to take my camera with me as well when we went to Chester, because I wanted to film things and maybe practice sort of vlogging outside of the house, just getting used to sort of carrying my camera around with me sort of thing. And I actually forgot to take my camera because I'd put it on my desk upstairs. I was meant to pick it up, but we were bringing the bags down, and it's one of them where it just completely slips your mind, because obviously I don't take it out of the house. So it's one of them where I was like, I didn't really think too much of it. And then when we arrived in Chester, I was like, oh, I forgot my camera. But not. It's no big deal. I mean, I did take a lot of photos on my phone, and we have actually booked to go again during like later on in the year. So I'm hopefully, fingers crossed, going to try and vlog a little bit, because the Christmas markets are going to be on as well, so that's going to be a fun thing to sort of film. But yeah, we just had a lovely time. And then on the Friday we came home and we just slept for most of the day because we were so tired. And I obviously decided, like, we had a very late night Friday because we'd obviously had the nap, and then we were just, when, do you know, like, you kind of wake up from a nap and you're just so relaxed and you're just like, I just don't want to do anything. But then I was so in the mood for baking, so I decided that I was going to make us a red velvet cake, but obviously I had no ingredients in. So we were like, right, we're going to have to nip to Tesco's and get all of the ingredients in. So we actually went and got all the ingredients in. We had some tea. My husband made us a homemade curry, which was phenomenal. And yeah, so I ended up baking us a cake. We had curry for tea, and I think we didn't go to bed until about 1 o'clock in the morning. And then on our actual anniversary, we just had a very steady morning. Like, I mean, really slow morning. And we had some breakfast, and we then decided to go on a little walk, where we always used to go for a walk when we lived down that way. So that's what we did. And then we just came home and played on our PCs, because what else would we do? So yeah, and then on the Sunday we needed to pop to Aldi to get a few bits in, ready for work and different things like that. So we did that, and then there's a fly buzzing around. So we did that, and then in the evening we went to my husband's parents' house to watch the football, and we had a bit of spread, and it was a lovely evening despite the result of England not getting through, but we're not going to get into that. And yeah, and then on Monday I decided, because obviously my husband went back to work on Monday, he was off yesterday and then he's obviously gone back today, so I decided that I wanted to go up to the allotment because we had so much stuff that needed to be done. So we had a lot of things that needed to be harvested. So we had potatoes, what else did we have? Beetroot, there was loads of onion, which obviously we have left in the greenhouse because it has to dry out for 2 to 3 weeks. So we've left that on, sort of like, we spread it out on the top shelf in single file to let it dry out completely. What else did we get? I'm just trying to think. We had loads of like broad beans. We had loads of them. Last night we did make some pickled beetroot, which looks insane. So I've actually put some aside for a lady who I work with because she is mad on her gardening, and we just thought it'd be nice because we're not going to use all of it, so we're going to give her a little bit of obviously what we've harvested. We also got some broccoli as well, and the broccoli was absolutely humongous. Now I will insert photos for you guys so you guys can see all of this as well. But yeah, so, and we had a lot of the mare's tail weeds, which are an absolute nightmare, and they are hard to like keep on top of, because as soon as you clear one section and then you start moving on to the other, they're sort of coming back in the other section that you've just done. So they are hard to sort of keep on top of. But if you, obviously with us going away and sort of with my working schedule, because obviously I do 7 days in a row, it's hard to find the time after work to sort of go up. Obviously we have to go up every other day to water things in the greenhouse, but sometimes it can be so hard to like find motivation to even start worrying about mare's tail when you've finished work, because I'm in such an active job. Sometimes I really cannot be bothered. But yeah, so I got quite a lot done. I spent the whole day up there until about 6 o'clock, from 9 o'clock in the morning till 6, and I just put my headphones in, and it was so peaceful up there. Like, there was hardly anybody up there, but it was so nice to just be able to do a few bits and bobs and get things done. And obviously I've now made room for more things in the greenhouse which are ready to go out. And I did also decide to have a little switch around in the shed because I was getting fed up of how it looked, and yeah, that's just me all over. So I did just have a little rearrangement in there, but it looks 1,000 times better now. So yeah, that is pretty much everything that we have obviously gotten up to since we have been off. Obviously I just wanted to update you guys because I feel like I haven't filmed anything for ages, and I feel like I keep saying this, but there's just always something that's happening or something going on, and sometimes it's hard for me to actually pick up a camera and start filming things. So things have just been sort of very, very hectic, and it's just been a mad couple of weeks. And there's been a lot going on, which I'm not going to obviously get into too much, but I have been sort of backwards and forwards with the doctors, just trying to sort things out with sort of myself and getting on top of those. So yeah, it's been very, very hectic. And obviously with our anniversary coming up, we knew we wanted to do something. And yeah, obviously with the house inspections as well, it sort of puts, you kind of shove everything else to the back of your mind because you want to get everything in order. You want to get things looking nice and presentable, and you just stress about all the little tiny little things that really you don't really need to stress about that much. But yes, and I obviously not last week, but the week before, I was having one of those weeks where I just felt so anxious 24/7, and I don't even know why I felt that way. I just did not feel like myself at all. And it, to be honest, that week was just very rubbish. And I think a lot of it is to do sometimes with the weather as well. When it's constantly raining, I do feel sometimes like a massive decline in how I feel, because I'm like, there's nothing to do. Like, I don't want to go out in it, because it's one of them, like when you work outside as well and you are in that weather all the time, you feel cold, you feel miserable, and yeah, it's just not a nice feeling. Before I forget, I did actually want to show you guys this. I did purchase the new Sabrina Carpenter Sweet Tooth perfume. And I got this from Superdrug, and this smells absolutely insane. And I absolutely love the scent of this. And the bottle is so cool. It's literally shaped like a chocolate bar. How cool is that? And at the side, it obviously just has the engraving of Sweet Tooth on it, and by Sabrina Carpenter. And I just love the scent of this. So I obviously wanted to show you guys that, because I did buy this about 3 weeks ago, and I've been absolutely dying to show you guys this. But yes, so I hope that you guys enjoyed this little catch-up video. I will be back, hopefully, posting normal content, regular updates now going forward. And yeah, it's just nice to obviously just be able to sit down, just film another video again for you guys and just keep you guys up to date. But yes, I obviously hope that you've all enjoyed this video of what we got up to in Chester, the football matches, obviously having a look at what we've done, and just having a general nice little catch up, because it feels like it's been so long since I have spoken to you guys and like got you guys up to date with everything that's going on. But yes, obviously if you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to obviously like and subscribe. It would mean the world to have more of you guys like and subscribe to my videos and also my channel. And yeah, I hope that you guys are obviously all okay. And yeah, I will see you all in my next video. Bye.